questions, which are just the same ones I asked David. That's it. I won't ask what you think about Steven.
You moved the camera.
That's fine. Maybe.
What the fuck is that? Dikembe got started when David and I worked at this really crummy pizza place together in college.
Domino's Pizza. And I'd been there for a year, he'd been there for longer. And after a year of working with him,
I'd found out that he played drums, and then we just got talking about music at some point, and it was clear to me that we were into different types of music. At first, he's really into like classic rock and things like that.
So he had no idea like who I was or what kind of music I played really. And I had no idea what he did. I had never heard Wavelets at all. Just never heard it.
Me and Steven were playing in a band called Wavelets, and it was, at the time, Steven was living in Gainesville, and I was living in Gainesville, and the other three members were all in Tallahassee, and it was just really difficult to get everyone together to play shows or write music or record or anything.
Ryan and I wanted to start a band that would play more shows, but we didn't know anyone who could play drums or anything like that, so
he just said, like, we should just get together sometime and jam. Like, let's just do that. And I was like, fine. I was doing other music stuff, but it wasn't like that, and Domino's was taking up my whole life.
I don't know. It was really weird. I burned David a CD that had a bunch of bands on it that I thought he'd probably never heard because he was into classic rock and things like that. And he was like, "Yeah, I really like this. Let's start a band that sounds like this." And so we just got together one night, and
he just set up his amp in here, and he just played with me, and I just played along. And he was essentially, I guess, just showing me ideas, like music ideas that he either had come up with within the last couple days, or was stuff that he wanted to do for Wavelets, but it just didn't pan out or didn't think that they wanted to play it.
And so we took those ideas and a couple other things that Steven and I had written by ourselves, and we sort of wrote those. And then
the very first thing we did was write Scotty Spliffin. I don't know. It just felt really, really natural to play with David and Ryan, who I've been friends with forever. So it, just kind of, it evolved really naturally from there.
And then we had to do a show at my now girlfriend's house, and we needed a bass player. And for some reason, Kenny was just the option.
And Kenny we knew because he was in a band called Senders, who we were friends with.
My other band, Senders, did a split with Wavelets, so we were kind of friends, and both, everyone liked each other's bands. So they asked me if I would fill in, just play bass for a house show, very weird house show.
It was somebody's weird birthday party, and it was one of the most awkward things ever. And we just all we played were the 4 Bowl songs, I think. It was probably an 8-minute set.
The Bowl songs, and that was it. It was our first show. It's in the living room of some house I've never been back to.
And then from there it was just might as well.
Yeah, and then, we kind of vibed pretty good, so we went ahead and kept playing together. I kept doing bass.
Right, yeah. Kenny definitely, I feel like maybe more than like anyone in like our genre of music, Kenny probably sticks out because he's got the completely shaved head, the 12-inch long beard. He's always wearing like heavy as fuck metal shirts, but he's not like this scary, intimidating dude you would expect like watching him play. Like he's a really nice guy and he loves like Slingshot Dakota and football, etc. and stuff.
It's like, all right, he's in. Like, that was it. Like, done deal. And that's how the band formed. And we played that one show, and it was pretty shitty. But then we also recorded the Chicago Bulls EP, and that was pretty good.
It was really strange how fast everything kind of happened with Bowls.
It was really easy writing Chicago Bulls. Like we already had like a lot of the basic ideas down, and we just sort of got together and filled the songs out with everybody there. And the writing process, I remember it being really quick. I could be wrong though.
We had basically had like 5 to 6 song ideas, and we had recorded different versions of them, like us playing together, and like maybe Steven playing like bass. And none of them had vocals. Like, it was just like, we just had these song ideas, but we liked them, and we were just proud.
You know, when we were writing those songs, I think we all knew that we had something special, that it was a really good sound, and Steven's songwriting abilities are incredible.
Yeah, we lucked out when we recorded Bowls because David has pretty much an entire studio at his house.
Steven was probably like the powering force where it's just like, well, let's just do them. Let's just do an EP. Like, let's just be fun. So like that we can say that we did this and it was cool. You know, I really like these songs. I think these songs are cool and I want to remember them.
One day we went in and we did guitars and drums for one song, and then like we would just hang out, and then, you know, it came together in the course of a week. But
the whole recording process of that was just quick, just super, super fast, not thinking about anything.
We really probably should have done it in like one day. We didn't really work that hard on all of the songs.
Shit is fast. This shit is fast. There's like no groove at all for that part.
It was interesting that David was so good at drums. That was something that I didn't think was going to happen, and that changed the way we recorded because he would be like, "What's the tempo of this song?" And then we would settle on a tempo, and he would record it by himself, like just the drums by himself.
I like did all the drums one night and did all of Steven's stuff probably the same night, and half of Ryan's stuff that night and the other half another day. It was just all very quick.
Please don't do this while he's recording.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's a little distracting.
I have not been playing guitar or any music very long.
Ryan wasn't even like a confident guitar player at all at that point. He barely could like play his ideas. So it was just like, even if he messed up, it was just like, it's fine, whatever. It's just for fun, so we can remember. Isn't this fun? We like these songs.
I remember distinctly there was one time when we were recording for Bulls and I like messed up a guitar part, and David was like, "Do you want to like re-record it or keep it?" And I was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, this is just a demo. Like, hardly anyone's gonna listen to it, so let's just keep it. I don't really care to make everything sound perfect. And Steven's like, "Well, what if somebody wants to like do something later with this, like put it on a 7-inch or something?" I said, "I really don't think that's gonna happen."
Sounds like shit. Whatever. It's for us. It's not for anybody else.
Chicago Bulls was just supposed to be like a fun thing that we could maybe sell for like $2 at shows, at the shows that we wanted to play, because that's all we wanted to do. So
We're like, all right, this is cool. We were happy how it sounded, and that was fine with us.
We did not have super high hopes of it ever being as listened to as it ended up being.
we put it online, and the only reason we put it online is because, like, oh, we have a show coming up. Let's put something tangible online, and maybe we can get a couple of kids to go. Like, our friends will come out and stuff. So we sent it to our friends.
And then they gave it to friends, and it definitely like spread virally way quicker and way more massively than we had expected.
We put it on Bandcamp, and our friend Robert Carter got a hold of it, and he just went crazy. He like sent it to a bunch of people and things like that, and then
I don't think any of us anticipated the response that Bowls got, because it was just crazy.
there were like maybe like 4 or 5 kids at our first show they were singing all the words, and we were like, what is happening? This is so strange. But yeah, I attribute all of it to Robert Carter and very minimally to what is actually on that record.
You know, I think the internet helped a lot for something like that.
We started getting like emails about it, and like Tiny Engines started like talking to Steven more about this Dikembe thing than Wavelets.
I remember the day after we put it up online, Tiny Engines contacted us, and they were like, we're really interested in putting out, whatever Dikembe's gonna do. And then I went to Domino's, and I was like, David, I just got like an email from Tiny Engines, and he was just like, he was making pizza, and he turned around, and he was like, already?
People were asking us like, can you play shows? Can you do this? Like, are there more recordings coming? Like, what's going on? What's in the future for Dikembe? And we're just like, I don't know. There is no future. We didn't plan on anything.
We were all really taken back. The fact that it's a thing is still kind of weird to me.